Title: The Valley of Singing Stones. The first thing I noticed was the color of the sky. It wasn't blue, nor purple, nor any hue I could name. It shimmered like molten glass, bending light in ways that made the air itself seem alive. Beneath that impossible sky stretched the Valley of Singing Stones, a place whispered of in caravan songs and forbidden maps, where the wind carried melodies instead of echoes, and the ground thrummed faintly beneath your feet, as though the world itself breathed beneath the soil. I came seeking the heart chime, a crystal said to hold the memory of sound, the first sound ever made when the world was born. Legends claimed it could heal, reveal truth, even call back the dead. For me, it was simpler. I sought it to silence the ringing in my own mind, a haunting tone left from a war of voices long past. My journey began at the edges of Tiravel, a city carved into cliffs of amber stone. Its people wore flowing robes embedded with threads of mica that caught the sun like rivers of light. They believed every echo was a soul trying to speak again, and they built their homes with curved walls to guide the whispers. Before I departed, a seer pressed a shard of resonant glass into my palm. "When you hear your name sung by the earth," she said, "do not answer. Not all who call you remember love." With her words haunting me, I left Tiravel at dawn. My mount, a Listrix, padded silently beside me, a sleek creature with translucent fur and wings that shimmered faintly, like rippling silk. Its kind could not fly, but when frightened, they lifted briefly from the ground, as though refusing to fall completely into this world. The path into the valley was marked by the wind trees, tall stalks of crystal leaves that chimed when the breeze passed through them. Each tone was pure, delicate, until I realized the harmonies shifted with my heartbeat. The valley was listening. By the second day, I found the Mirror Flats, an expanse of smooth stone that reflected not the sky, but what lay beneath it, roots of light pulsing like veins. As I crossed, I saw my reflection distort and twist, replaced by the face of my brother, who'd vanished in the same war that had left me broken. "Come home," his mouth formed. I closed my eyes and pressed forward, but the air grew dense with voices. Whispers turned to harmonies, then to words. "You are not meant to walk here." When I opened my eyes again, the flats were gone. In their place stood a ring of stone singers, massive spires shaped like human throats and rib cages. The wind rushed through them, producing a sound so mournful it bent my knees. I covered my ears, but the music didn't stop. It vibrated through my bones. The seer's shard pulsed warm in my hand. Holding it before me, I hummed, not words, but a vibration that came from somewhere deep inside, a note of defiance. The song of the stones changed, shifting from grief to recognition. A path opened between them, glowing faintly blue. Beyond the stone singers lay the Echo Lake. Its waters were perfectly still, reflecting not the world above, but visions of what could be. I saw cities that floated on air, forests of fire that burned without heat, and people, tall, lithe, and faceless, moving with purpose. Somewhere among them, I thought I saw my brother again, carrying the same shard of glass I now held. I stepped into the lake. The surface rippled, then solidified beneath my feet. The air filled with a rising hum, the resonance of countless lives remembered by the water. At the center of the lake rose a pedestal, upon which floated the heart chime. It pulsed with light and sound intertwined, every note painting color across the air. I reached out and felt the world hold its breath. The moment my fingers brushed it, the ringing in my head vanished. In its place came 1,000 voices, singing in unison, "Welcome home." But then I understood the truth. The heart chime wasn't a relic, it was a being, ancient and vast, feeding on memories and grief to sustain its music. And by touching it, I had become part of its chorus. The light dimmed. My Listrix cried from the shore, wings flaring, eyes full of panic. I felt my body dissolve, not into nothing, but into resonance. My thoughts stretched across the valley, through the stones and trees, carried on every wind. I was no longer a traveler. I was the song itself, Centuries later, wanderers still come to the Valley of Singing Stones. Some say they hear a voice among the harmonies, soft, weary, but kind. A traveler's voice, guiding them away from false echoes and into safety. They call it the guardian note, the final echo of a soul who once sought silence and found eternity instead. And on nights when the sky shimmers like molten glass, those who listen closely swear they can hear it whisper, faint but certain. Every journey ends in a song.